Hey guys, Sdanwolf. Thanks for stopping back by and hanging out with me. And today we're going to dig down a little bit into our fantasy bones. I know this is a kind of a theme that we've bounced back and forth. Not much, but we've dabbled in it a little bit over the last 2 years. But one thing that really kind of set this off is I was just kind of looking around at some theme park concept art and just some theme park pictures in general. And one of that little tiny building you see in the back I did a week or two ago was kind of like the Geppetto Pinocchio type building that they have in the Efteling. And I just real quick little side, just bored, didn't have anything else to do, and thought, well, let me try to copy this little building from this theme park. And you guys really liked it. And a couple of you guys said, hey, you should really why don't you try to reach out and do some more fantasy builds? Or why don't you try to put together like a little village and some houses and stuff? So that's kind of what we're doing here. I'd really, with the fantasy builds, I like to have something to go off of. It seems like it's harder for me just to kind of like create the fantasy builds off the top of my head, like with some of the other builds, like some of the Mars stuff. Didn't really need a lot of concept art or really anything to go off of. It was just kind of a lot of freehand, just a lot of regular imagination stuff. But this building in particular, this tower you see me starting on here, it is based off of Peter Pan's Flight, the Disneyland version, which I happen to prefer over the Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom version. This is the West Coast little Disneyland version. So I just aesthetically, I think it's just more pleasing to me. Really like the large kind of clock tower, and just the whole. I'm not one of the guys that I'm not like a Disneyland or like a Disney purist where I think, everything in Disneyland's better. I absolutely do not think that. I think that some of the designs and the way that Disney World is, I like tenfold over some of the buildings in Disneyland. But this is not one of them. I definitely prefer Disneyland's Peter Pan's Flight layout a lot more than the Disney World version. And so we just kind of ran with that. And that is kind of the whole start of this. Now, as far as you using it, absolutely not. You do not need to. This doesn't have to just be catered to a Peter Pan's Flight rebuild or anything like that. I mean, you could use this as a restaurant or a regular queue, a coaster queue, flat ride queue, any of this stuff that, the in-game shop. So I am definitely not building this with the intention or the hope that you will, use it just as that, as what the original design is intended for. And I don't actually keep true to the actual design. I just, I use it as a really good starting point and just an interpretation, and kind of like I did with the rest of the little fairy tale builds. But this one, this is almost done. We will jump into the real time here in just a few minutes, and we will zoom around. There's quite a bit I need to get done, particularly on the back of the building. A lot of you guys may know if you follow me on social media and stuff, though, I'm going out of town. We're going on vacation, leaving Wednesday and not coming back until next Tuesday. So I've got a couple 2-point hospital videos lined up, and I've got some trailers for some city builders that I'm really interested in lined up. So the channel won't go dark just because of vacation, but yes, that will all be pre-scheduled stuff. So I won't actually be here building in real time until I get back on Tuesday. Then we will definitely jump back into this and get back into some Planet Coaster mischief. I actually don't go back to work until September 24th. So yes, I am sneaking away for a full 2 weeks try to get some content put out, and then of course enjoy this vacation. But yeah, come back and get to work on some YouTube fun and get back into some really cool content creation and Planet Coaster creations. And but you know, then like I said, September 24th, getting really close to October, and hopefully getting it close to getting some new DLC news. I know you guys are probably like, Jesus Christ, man, they just come out with Vintage Pack like 2 months ago, and you guys are already talking about a new DLC. I mean, that's just kind of how the game goes. I mean, you run with it for a month or two, and then yeah, we're pretty much ready for something new. We pretty much have the attention. We have the attention span of gnats. So we are just like definitely we're ready for the next evolution, ready for the next thing to whatever they're gonna come out with. You know, like always, you know, I'm one of the biggest Planet Coaster fanboys, you know, so I am definitely looking out for what Sam and them have up their sleeves next. I don't have any clue. I haven't even started a speculation video, or haven't even gotten speculation ideas going yet. Still a little premature. I mean, it's only September 10th. So probably just hold off until, like I said, at least till I get back, till we start kind of usually what I do is I dive into the forums first, kind of see what people are talking about, seeing what the reaction of that is. Definitely I'll hit up Reddit and see if anybody started any threads lately about the next DLC coming. Like I said, our dreams have been crushed a little bit about the Planet Safari stuff and the water park stuff. Definitely don't think that is happening until if or when we get a Planet Coaster 2. So we'll definitely probably get away from pushing that for now, because I think we really only have regular theme DLCs coming up. No big giant expansions. Like I said, I think that is still a ways off. So definitely don't want to. Just don't want to. I mean, at first, yeah, I was really hyped, but I just don't want to get people's hopes up for that, because I do not, unfortunately, think that is going to happen this go around. But nonetheless, we can still speculate and have fun, and that is what we will do. That is what we shall do. That is what we must do. But anyways, guys, yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the real time here, and we will show off your little flight facade that I've got going here for you. And when I get back, like I said, we'll throw this on the workshop, and you guys can have fun with it and kind of create what you will out of it. So yeah, hold on one sec. Let's switch over. All right, guys. So here we go. And yeah, so this is the tower in the little queue area, and this is kind of what we've got going on here. Now, like I said, if you swirl around to the back, still got quite a bit to do to try to get all that closed up, and I have to kind of finish this side of the clock tower, but you get the gist of it. You've got the bones of it here, and so yeah, really fun build. I'm really getting into these fantasy builds all of a sudden. You probably remember at the beginning or at the middle of last week, I was telling you I was kind of in a big Planet Coaster type of rut. Well, really, this little Efteling building. Like I said, the little Geppetto building that I put together really kind of got me out of that. So was definitely something that it was definitely that little bit of spark that I needed, because I was just not feeling it. And then, of course, this was back about a year ago or so when I did this little fantasy build. And I even tried to dabble my hand a little bit at the custom roof shingles, which, you know, look pretty cool, but it just took forever laying. I mean, it doesn't look like a lot, but when you go to start laying like individual little roof shingles down, it is a task in its own. And one of the things that I thought was really cool about this particular build is leaning out, because it was kind of hard, and now I could probably do it a lot easier with the adventure pack wall pieces. But back then, remember, it was kind of tough because all of the wall pieces, you know, they don't have that free access. They're just up and down. So what I did was, simple little idea, just put the chimneys the way I stack them, kind of leaning. It makes it helps the whole building look like it's leaning, and it's really got that really cool, exaggerated fairy tale effect. So yeah, that is kind of what's going on. Now this is a little more upright, a little more sophisticated, a little more put together than the really over exaggerated fantasy building over there. But still, it's got it's got that fantasy flair to it. And so like I said, yeah, we will just kind of keep up with this when I get back. And like I said, if I usually get pretty inspired when I'm actually down in Disney. So if I make it down there, you know, at the end of the week, I'll definitely take a bunch of pics and videos and come back and kind of see what I can make happen after this vacation's over. But anyways, guys, yeah, I'm Sdanwolf. Smash that like button if you end up enjoying this video, and subscribe for more Planet Coaster content if you're new. And I will go ahead and jump on out of here. And if I don't talk to you guys before I get back, I will be back on Tuesday, next Tuesday. So yeah, I will catch you then. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you, guys. See ya.